Okay, so this is a cheat sheet for geometry, midterm. So chapter 1 and chapter 2. You want to make sure you copy only the ones you really need on your cheat sheet. Okay? So you can fit everything on there. So the one thing you have is hopefully it's a give me. It's a coplanar versus non-coplanar. So you might have a coplanar question. Let's not use purple. Let's use black. So you might have a coplanar. Okay? And coplanar means that they 4 points that sit on a line. Okay? So I need 4 points, or not to sit on a line, they sit on a plane. I need 4 points that sit on one plane. So in this case, it's kind of nice. I could choose 4 of the same color. Doesn't matter which 4, right? So I could use E, F, C, and D because they're all green, right? Or I could use H, I, G, and J. Now, I could also get funky, and if there were 3 on a line, which there aren't 3 on one line, but if there were 3 on a line, I could use those 3 plus any other one, right?
Is there B, D, and A on the line?
B, D, and A, well, I don't know about yours. I just made one up. So sorry about that. I just kind of went with it. So, but for this one, what I would do is I would look at E and F, right? And because E and F are on a line, I can use that intersects with the 2 planes. I could also use 2 of the purples, right? I could get kind of funky with it and do that, you know. But if you want, just keep it simple. Coplanar means 2 on or 4 on one plane, 4 of one color, okay? Now, non-coplanar that would mean 2 on one and 2 on another, 3 on one and 1 on another, but not 4 on one plane. Does that make sense? So I could choose any 3 on one plane and choose any other one, right? That's not on the plane. So I could use C, D, E, and F, right? I could choose C, D, A, and then L. Wait, E and F would not be, that's 4 of the same color. E and L, and then the L is the red, right? So, or C, D, A, and I, because I is a different color. Or C, D, G, and J. So C, D, G, and J. A lot of students find it real easy if they just choose 2 of one color and 2 of another. When you're doing non-coplanar, the key is to not choose the ones on the vertex. Try not to choose those of the intersection. Try really hard not to choose those because it's really easy to mess up, right? And this is 10 points. Should be 10 easy points.
Can you look at the one that is on here? Well, you don't have to do it, but would F, C, E, and G be non-coplanar?
S?
I said F, C, G.
F, C, G, and E are non-coplanar. Yes.
Right.
Perfect. All right. So that's this one. And then the next one is the segment addition postulate. Okay? So the segment addition postulate is AB plus BC is AC. That's all that is. AB plus BC equals AC. Okay, that's all the segment addition postulate is, right? And it makes sense. This piece plus this piece equals this whole piece. That's all. Okay? So what we're going to do is use that. AB is really 4x, right? And then we're going to add 3x minus 3. Okay? And that's going to equal 46. Very good.
Dan?
Yes?
I forgot the difference between simplification and substitution. Is
Perfect.
Substitution on one side?
Well, substitution is when we're plugging something in. I think you're thinking of subtraction property of equality versus simplification, right? So simplification is on one side, and subtraction property of equality is on two sides, right?
Oh, okay.
All right. And so here, what I would do first is simplification, right? So PEMDAS. Anytime you're doing PEMDAS, we do simplification. So that if you're doing PEMDAS, you know, parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division from left to right, addition, subtraction from left to right. If I'm adding these things up, so I get 7x, right? All I'm doing is simplifying. Okay? And simplify, if you like, to use the whole word. Okay? Next is now I have to do SAD map, right? I've got to start moving some things. So that's when we start using SAD map. Okay? And now I'm going to move this 3 by adding the opposite, right? And I get 7x is equal to 49. And that's subtraction property of equality. Okay? And we have to do this whole thing. This is part of this answer on the midterm. If we don't do all of it, you won't get all the points.
Isn't that addition?
Yes, it is. Thank you. Going a little fast. Yes, this is addition property of equality because we're adding. Thank you, Jesus. And the next step is what?
Division property of equality.
Yeah. So we're just dividing. X equals 7. And we did that from dividing. So division property of equality. Don't forget some things you may want in your cheat sheet, right? Is some of the other things. Distributive. That's a big one, right? Simplifying, distributive, addition, subtraction, division. That's pretty much everything we do in geometry. So the key here is distribution. And remember, that's when everybody on the block gets a paper, so you can go, well, if I have an x plus 3, and I have 2 times, so it's everybody on the block gets a paper of half clamshell method. Anytime you do that, that's distribution. And just keep a side note for yourself. Okay? So that's that.